Okay, we're heating up the water to get to the right temperature so that when we add it to the grain, it'll convert the starches in the grain into sugars. Alright, we're trying to get this up to 163, and we'll then put it into our mash tun right here. And there's the grain. That's what we're going to get the sugar out of. Alright, I mashed in a little bit low, but I'm still in the sweet zone, just under 150, and since we're going to do a decoction on this, I'm not too worried about it. It's a pretty thick mash, so hopefully we'll still be able to hit our numbers, and we'll check it back in an hour. Okay, I took the grain out of the cooler, and I'm starting to do what's called a decoction mash. You basically boil the grain. This makes a sweeter finish. Also makes it a little bit more complex. And above all, it's a German method of brewing, so might as well. We'll add this back to the mash to raise the temperature and also create some more complex sugars. Alright, I'm collecting the wort now, doing the fly sparge, kind of a ghetto way with some foil, but it's working. I'm heating up my sparge water right here. I'm just having to continue to add water while I heat it up. Trying to keep it at 170. So I add some, let it heat up, add it to the all grain mash tun, and then add more water until we fill up the pot. The foil helps from disturbing the grain. I want that to kind of settle out, that way it doesn't get into the wort. Alright, so we moved outside. I got the kettle all set up and filled with the wort. Now it's time to get a rolling boil, and I'm going to do a 90-minute boil and start adding the hops when there's an hour left. The hops I'm going to be using for this one, we got some Magnum and some Calypso. So looking good. Everything has gone smoothly up to now. Just ready to get this bad boy rolling and brew some beer. Started this brew session at 6 o'clock. It's now 11. The decoction mash added some length to it, and hopefully it'll pay off, but no worries, because I got my own homebrew right here, the Waco Wit. Pretty clean beer, not as hazy as a wit probably should be, but it is a very drinkable beer. Alright, 4th of July, 5 minutes in, just after midnight. It's time for the first hop additions. That's stirred in there. The boil goes crazy when you add hops, so got a hop spoon now. The crisis was averted. Next morning, fermentation is going crazy. Put the fermenter in an ice bath. Try to keep the temperature down.